Zenu. Good morning. Oh, it is a very humid, ugly day. Actually, sun's out, but it's gonna get hot in Louisiana today. As always, I read every comment. Saw a comment yesterday thanking me for posting content and whatnot, but making a suggestion to keep the content shorter and more compacted and cover more material in less time. So I think that's a good idea. I would like everyone else's input too. This is just one person that said that. I know some people like the long spiels and stuff that I go on, and I don't plan on like just not doing those anymore, but under 5 minutes type videos. Thing is, with those videos, with those smaller videos, getting the amount of information compacted into that short amount of time. Sometimes it's hard to do that. I wanted to incorporate visual elements, and that's fine. But if I sit here and talk for 20 minutes, that takes actually a lot less time than it does for me to make a 5-minute video that has like pretty visual elements. And visual elements help a lot to make things easily understandable. Like, for instance, in the previous videos, I've been responding to Kaiva Go's comment on confirmation bias, fundamental attribution error. There's a lot of terms in there that if I could just visualize, show in a visual form, would probably make it a lot easier and be able to condense the videos. So, problem is that when I make visual, rich media content, I'm not sitting down for 20 minutes and talking to the camera. I'm sitting down at my PC for hours, working in Adobe Premiere, working in Adobe After Effects, which are programs I love to work in. It's just the time involved, and I'm a father, I go to school, I work, and I help my parents out, and I really, really want to do that. So I would just ask that you check out the Patreon page that I did set up last week and have a look at the front page. There's a video, you can see the kind of production that I can do. Now this is a music related video, but you'll see the production values are very high, and I'd love to do that. I really would, and I'm not begging for alms here, but because I really am a firm believer that this information, I don't want my videos to be interrupted by ads at all. I want you to get the information, and on top of that, even if I did monetize my videos, I really don't like the monetization anymore with YouTube and Google. When it first started out, it was a lot more beneficial to YouTube creators, and it's become a big hassle to manage now. So if you feel so inclined, go to the Patreon page. It's patreon.com/wogworld, WOG world. So just if you feel so inclined, give me $1 or $2. When I get $50 or something, I'll make a video. When it's my normal rate for doing this for clients is $75 an hour, but I'd happily do it for $50. and create more immersive content like that. This isn't some sort of money grab. It's just time, you know, and the time that I would spend on it, I need to be compensated for it somehow, because sometimes I'm guilty of spending too much time on a project. Like I'll get paid for 5 hours on a project for a client and spend 8, you know. So it's because I love the software and I love creating so much. So and I like to make a good product for people. So yeah, that's I don't remember the commenter's name, and I don't have my PC in front of me, but it was a great response. I agree with you 100%. However, like I said, there are times where I just want to get in front of the camera and rant. And that's it for this video. Kept it under 10 minutes. So yeah, check out the Patreon page, and watch the. You don't have to watch the whole video. It's like 45 minutes long. It's a video that I produced about a local musician who is also a Lutheran pastor who experienced the riots in Alabama in the 60s, and he was inspired to become a pastor because he was going, you know, he went to church, but he was seeing a lot of people not practicing what they preach. In other words, he saw, you know, a lot of the racism in the churches he was in, he had a great story. He had a really good story, and I feel like I told that story as well as I could within the short time frame that we had. So please go check out my Patreon, patreon.com/wogworld, and if you can, you know, send me a couple bucks via PayPal, and I'll, you know, start working on some content that is a little more easy to digest. I know that my brain can go off on tangents, so and especially the last few videos, it's content that's it would definitely benefit some visual guides and visual representations of what I'm saying. And I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you. It's Monday. I'm gonna go to class today and face the music with the rest of the class that's left, because the class has been shrinking. I'm afraid that today there might only be 4 or 5 people left because the exam scores were just horrific. So I don't feel as bad anymore because you know, the professor told me that I did actually rather well in comparison to the rest of the class, but I'm not sure how much of the rest of the class there's going to be today. So wish me luck on that. And there was also someone who said it's too soon to give up, and I appreciate that comment. You're absolutely right. I'm 37, but that doesn't, you know, that doesn't make a difference. I can still learn. I still want to learn, and I'm learning. Despite my horrible grade point average, I feel like I'm learning a lot about psychology, especially how it's like things are starting to make sense psychologically instead of scientologically, which is great. And there are some things that I'm able to think about in my head and think, oh, that's what happened whenever this thing happened in regards to my experience in Scientology. So that's all I got for today, or maybe not. Maybe there'll be another video today, but that's all I got for right now. Give them hell in RL is what we say in the guild. So give them hell in real life. Real life comes first, and Semper Gumby, always flexible. Xenu